Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's taken down and able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively. No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first. At the 50-yard line. Carry now for Nick Chubb. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield, rolling to his right. He's got the hook up there, Will Beckman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And finding the tight end.
Wow, man, it's flaming that ass.
First down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Flaming his ass right now in this game. One nigga's ass. No homo.
First down, they'll run with Hunt.
Get off me! Shit!
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4.
Is that first down?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up.
Touchdown, baby boy! Let's get it! I'm on fire! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ooh, that play! Ooh! Woo!
That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, their pace.
Woo! Looking good for me again. Let's go. Get a nigga back to back. Back to back, man. God, don't.
taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Away in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Credit the tackle to Tano Passigno.
God damn.
That's when you kind of find out who's
DJ won't play. I'm here, Nick.
stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. After a one-point game, 7-6.
7, Chiefs 6.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Edwards-Helaire. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. JoJo Natson back deep. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And that's Alex Okafor who gets in to register the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
26-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Hunt, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there. They're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
First and 10, here's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. To throw, Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
29 yards attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Butker pulled it. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 1. One tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Only able to make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Williams. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard gain
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with a fullback, Sherman. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns add on to their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
17, Chiefs 6.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll roll him out right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try from Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.